outbreak that began in West Texas now includes more than 400 measles cases in multiple states. And as that outbreak continues to spread, kids in West Texas are now starting to show up in hospitals with signs of liver damage from taking too much vitamin A. Vitamin A neither cures nor prevents measles. It is vaccination that prevents measles. But the Trump administration's health secretary, Robert F. Kennedy Jr., has been promoting vitamin A as a miraculous measles treatment. Sue Cressley is the president of the American Academy of Pediatrics. She says in a statement, quote, "In fact, relying on vitamin A instead of a vaccine is not only dangerous and ineffective, but it puts children at serious risk. Taking too much vitamin A can cause serious health problems, including liver damage." Joining us now is Dr. Sue Cressley. She's president of the American Academy of Pediatrics. Dr. Cressley, it is a real honor to have some time with you tonight. Thank you for being here.
It's a pleasure to be here.
Can you tell me about the dangerousness of vitamin A? I don't think we're used to thinking of vitamins as having any potential negative effects, but these reports from Texas about kids turning up in the hospital having taken way too much vitamin A and it being harmful to them are alarming. Can you just tell us medically what that means?
Yeah, but first I'd like to say, Rachel, that the single most important message that your audience should hear, and I can't overemphasize this, is the only way out of this measles epidemic is through vaccination. And the measles vaccine is safe and effective. And I want to reiterate that there's a difference between preventing measles, and the only way we can prevent measles is through vaccination, and how we support patients and families and children who have measles. And that is supportive care. There is no cure for measles. There is supportive care, just like there is for other viruses and other viral illnesses. That includes taking appropriate dosing of medications like fever reducers. And so vitamin A in patients in the right dose in consultation with the healthcare provider can help mitigate in some patients the seriousness of the measles virus, but it will not prevent the measles virus. It will not prevent you from getting sick. And too much of any medication, and vitamin A is a medication, can be dangerous and make children and patients sick, as we're seeing in Texas now.
And that's true whether or not people are finding supplements themselves, taking cod liver oil, otherwise trying to sort of gin up their own treatment regime based on things they're getting in the media. There isn't some safe way to administer the kinds of doses that the health secretary is talking about.
No, it should be done in consultation with a trusted medical provider, so that appropriate dosing, and it's weight-based dosing. And it's also important for your healthcare provider to understand any underlying illnesses, because that may impact whether vitamin A is actually appropriate for your care.
Let's talk about vaccination. When you say it is a safe and effective vaccine, Secretary Kennedy has been among the loudest voices who has been assailing the measles vaccine, talking about it as dangerous and causing injuries and being implicated in all sorts of nefarious things. When you describe it as safe and effective, can you tell us a little bit about the track record of the measles vaccine, both in terms of how effective it is at preventing measles, but also how we know that it's safe and how long it's been used safely in the United States?
So I don't have the exact year when measles vaccine came out, but I can tell you that I was in training and saw a measles outbreak in Philadelphia. And it's been around for a long time, and it has shown over studies over time that it is safe. We know that 2 doses of vaccine given at the appropriate intervals are 97% effective in preventing measles. Nothing is 100% effective, which is why we count on community immunity and as many people to get vaccinated as possible. And Rachel, I do believe that parents really deserve accurate, factual information that strengthens their confidence in vaccines from all of our leaders, and they don't need any undue anxiety or worry about distracting information. We should be strengthening their confidence so that we can get on top of this outbreak.
Yeah, anytime there's a measles outbreak, it should be an all-hands-on-deck vaccination effort for everybody who is at risk. Dr. Sue Cressley, president of the American Academy of Pediatrics, it is an honor to have you here on our show tonight. Thank you for taking time, Doctor.
Thank you for having me.
We'll be right back. Stay with us.